You're watching 11 Alive Morning News. 11 minutes of nonstop news starts now.
First in your 11 minutes of nonstop news, 3 people shot at a busy shopping center in Henry County. What authorities are revealing this morning.
You just kind of feel like you've been thrown under the rug and just forgotten about.
The ransomware attack in Fulton County leaving some on the brink of homelessness. Their message coming up.
Break out the short sleeves. It's going to be warm enough for you to do so. Could be our warmest day of the year so far. We'll talk about it coming up.
Our one wreck still sits off to the right. I-20 eastbound around Six Flags, but the rest of the rush hour not far behind it.
It is 6:47. We start off your 11 minutes of nonstop news hearing from police about a triple shooting at a busy shopping center in Stockbridge. This happened in the parking lot of the Dollar General on North Henry Boulevard. Police found 2 young men with gunshot wounds inside this car. A third victim was found at a nearby Popeye's Chicken restaurant.
We believe all 3 of the victims are connected. We just don't know how they were connected. Like I said, that's an active investigation going on right now.
All 3 victims were taken to Grady Hospital, are expected to be okay. Investigators are still working to determine who pulled that trigger. Right now in Athens, police have made a second arrest in the shooting death of 3-year-old Kyron Zarkos. 16-year-old Jaden Brown is in custody. He and 17-year-old Julian Cubeos are both now behind bars charged with the murder. Kyron died Friday night. His mother tells 11 Alive he was watching a movie on the couch when bullets came flying into their home. Police say they're still looking for 2 more suspects this morning. We continue 11 minutes of nonstop news now with top stories. Aisha.
Good morning, Cheryl. We are expecting an update today in Fulton County on ongoing efforts to get a handle on a ransomware attack. This morning, we are getting a different perspective on how this is impacting people. Ariana Manise is live for us this morning. Ariana, people say it is costing them money and potentially jobs.
That's right, Aisha. Fulton County's ransomware attack, those people, they say it has their life in limbo at this point. They need a background check to start a new job, but they can't because some systems still remain offline. Now, a ransomware group threatened the Fulton County government weeks ago. Now, 2 former residents, they tell us that they've been waiting since last month for their background checks to go through. One woman tells us she can't pay her rent and forced to move into a shelter. Another man says that he had to stop working for a rideshare company in Seattle and estimates that this time off has costed him around $5,000. Now, the county says it's aware that some third-party background checks need to review police reports and that restoration for that system is still in progress, but they did not say when that will happen. Now, 11 Alive continues to reach out to Fulton County to get a timeline, to get an update. They tell us that we can expect a more comprehensive update today as they expect more systems to come back online this week. Back to you.
Ariana, thank you. Well, Kirk Cousins has officially signed his contract with the Dirty Birds. He was at the team facility in Flowery Branch Wednesday afternoon with his family, and he spoke to the media for the first time, saying it is a privilege to be a Falcon.
There's a responsibility that comes with that privilege, and you're accountable to a lot of people, and you got to deliver. And so that's where I say we got to get to work, because I understand that and can't wait to do that.
Cousins added he already has a vision for where the team can go. Chazzy, we're going up in the temperature department.
We sure are. Today, probably the warmest day of the year so far. I think we'll get up to near 80 degrees for a high temperature. Right now, those temperatures are in the 40s for the most part. Got a couple 50s in here, like Gainesville at 50, 54 degrees in Atlanta, 38 up here to the far north. You got Blairsville and Clayton both at 38. You may start off with a light jacket there. Certainly want to take it off by this afternoon. Maybe even a sweater to start, right? Temperatures getting up to 80 degrees, spring-like for the afternoon. It's going to be pretty nice around here. Very lovely. You're probably thinking, okay, where are we as far as records go? Well, the record today is 82, set back in 1989. We should be around 65 degrees. And so hitting at 80, well above our average and close to a record. May even tie it today. We'll see. We will see. Nothing but sunshine. You can see up and down the eastern seaboard and across the southeast. It looks great. But we are tracking a front that's back off to the west of us that's going to bring some strong to severe thunderstorms from Oklahoma City over to Memphis today. There is a level 3 threat. See that tan area right there? That's a level 3 out of a possible 5 threat for severe weather out to the west. This same system will make its way over toward the east, but will weaken as it moves eastward. So we're down to a level 1 threat over us tomorrow, much of the state, as a matter of fact. That level 1 threat is a marginal risk for severe weather. We're looking at a few thunderstorms, isolated thunderstorms that could pack quite a punch as far as those winds go. Could be some strong to damaging winds up to about 58 miles per hour. Certainly possible. Tornado threat low, hail threat low with this system, and we'll be watching to see if it holds together as it moves into our state. So that's what we'll be looking out for. Today, we're just looking out for sun. Don't look at it with the naked eye, of course. Wear your shades. You're gonna need that. Overnight clouds will begin to increase. We'll start you off tomorrow morning with mostly cloudy skies. Here we are by 6 o'clock, still dry for us. And so I think your morning commute tomorrow will be fine. It won't be until we get toward mid-morning and into early afternoon that we'll start to see these showers, thunderstorms make their way into our area. Again, along this line is where we could see some of those strongest winds. That moves through, and then we'll be left with some light rain around at least about noon or 1 o'clock before things begin to settle down. Certainly your drive home will be drier. That rain will be down to the south of us. We'll be left with the clouds, and we'll hold on to those clouds right on through Saturday. Saturday is only a 20% chance for an isolated shower. For the most part, we'll see the clouds, and even those will clear out by late afternoon. We'll get some sunshine in here before it sets. Going to hold on to that 20% chance or very low threat for Sunday. That's St. Patty's Day. You're looking at 69 degrees for the high, and then cooler, much cooler as we start the work week next week. In fact, the first day of spring is Tuesday. We'll start off with 34 degrees in the morning. Crash?
All right, Chesley, yeah, it's going to be a little bit of a rough ride tomorrow, so we definitely need to be prepared. Right now, it's kind of like a tourist attraction. It's been out there forever and a day. Our wreck out on the West Expressway, I-20. It's inbound, eastbound, right around Six Flags, and folks have been kind of slowing down to take a peek at it. That's why things are getting pretty heavy back towards almost Highway 92 out of Douglasville. Filling up on the connector, pretty standard stuff as you make that transition from I-20 heading north on the connector, not the end of the world. And of course, I-85 getting involved in the rush hour, starting to pick up some brake lights, 316 in spots through Norcross. In fact, condition yellow, about 21 minutes from 316 to the junction. There's a live look showing 85 filling up at Pleasant Hill. Cheryl?
All right, getting busy. 6:53. A lot of people talking about this one this morning. A bill that could ban the popular social media app TikTok is now heading to the U.S. Senate. The House passed that bill, saying it's a matter of national security. NBC's Bree Jackson joining us live now. Bree, lawmakers basically giving the company behind TikTok an ultimatum.
That's right. Good morning. So the bill approved by the House yesterday would give the Chinese parent company ByteDance about 6 months to divest from TikTok, or the app would essentially be banned from here in the U.S. Now, some lawmakers say the problem is that TikTok poses a national security threat as long as it's owned by a foreign adversary. There are fears that China could exploit the data of the app's more than 170 million American users. The company insists that the Chinese government has no access to that data. Now, opponents of the bill, they also raise concerns about a potential ban, arguing it would infringe on First Amendment rights and unfairly targets one social media platform. We've seen TikTok influencers also weigh in. They say the measure would harm millions of small business owners who use the app to make a profit. The company's CEO is vowing to put up a fight. TikTok's fate now lies in the hands of the U.S. Senate. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, he was non-committal on whether the Senate would vote on the House bill, but President Biden has said that he would sign the measure if it does pass Congress. Back to you.
Bree, thank you. This morning, we are still waiting for a judge to decide whether to disqualify Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis from the 2020 election interference case. We expect a decision by the end of the week. The DA is under scrutiny for her relationship with Special Prosecutor Nathan Wade, who she hired to lead the case. Defense attorneys say she benefited financially by hiring him, a claim Willis denies.
A Georgia senator is bringing back a boot ban proposal. Senator Josh McLaurin wants to regulate the industry and change what he calls predatory practices.
Booting companies sit around and they monitor parking lots. This would end that monitoring so that a property owner would have to place a phone call themselves to bring the booters out.
He says the bill also ends kickbacks. He shared an email showing a parking lot manager asking why booting checks have dropped. In the email, they mentioned counting on that revenue from booting to pay their lot lease. McLaurin says this sets up incentives to throw as many boots on cars as possible. Some argue booting companies are the only answer in some cases. The city of Roswell just released its plans for a new 911 center. The city says it'll soon buy the Sharpshooters property on Alpharetta Highway. They'll transform it into the city's new 911 center, emergency operations center, and a shooting range for the police department. Officials say they expect renovations to be done in the fall of 2025.
Happening today in DeKalb County, Superintendent Devon Horton will give his first State of the Schools address. It is set to start at 11:30 this morning. We will bring you much more from that address later today on 11 Alive. And new this morning, one lucky Georgian waking up $2 million richer after last night's Powerball drawing. Nobody won the big jackpot, though. So the pot keeps on getting bigger. It is up to $600 million now, Chesley.
All right. Noon today, temperatures will be right around the 71-degree mark today. Yep. Going on to near 80 for an afternoon high temperature. Spring-like, folks, is the way it's going to be for us. Even by 6 o'clock, you've got evening plans, sunny skies, 78 degrees. Ooh, that's going to be nice. Rain comes to us tomorrow. Be on the lookout, especially during the morning and early afternoon. Low threat for it to stick around through St. Patty's weekend, and then we'll cool it down as we head into next week. Crash?
All right, the good news is I'm not going to leave you with any major red alerts. The only thing we're still looking at is our wreck right here. 20 eastbound, right around Six Flags, but obviously plenty of volume starting to pick up. I'll get you an update no matter what at 7:26.
I'm thinking of my favorite outdoor eatery. If you are part of the 11 Alive Insiders page, go in and drop your favorite outdoor eatery. It is time.
Today is the day.
Yeah.
Do it. Where are you taking me?
You know, I need a good rooftop. See, this is why I need suggestions.
I haven't had my chili, not getting lunch.
Oh, come on.
What's going on?
Come on, Crash, save me.